What's good, everybody? I am the coach, and welcome into our Champions League only episode of The Early Edge. We tell you all the time, it doesn't matter the sport, it doesn't matter the day, it doesn't matter the time. The Early Edge has got it just for you as we continue to grind. Now, coming off a very solid week in the English Premier League, but this week, as I mentioned, it's all about the Champions League. And 2 weeks ago, how about an undefeated 4-0-1 week for my guy who's becoming an absolute rock star here in the States? So let's bring him in right now. He is the star of the show. Martin Green, welcome once again to the Early Edge.
Thanks for the introduction, Coach. That made me feel very special. I'm delighted to be back with you on this show. I love it.
You are special to us. You become such an important part of the family, and more so than just your picks winning. We love that. We're building something here, and your personality and the way you are fits right into what we're doing, so we love you for that too.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Now, with all the feel-goods out of the way, we got to get down to business because it's going to be very, very difficult for you to match that 4-0-1 from 2 weeks ago. But if anybody can do it, I know you can. How are you feeling about your picks this week?
I'm feeling the pressure, Coach, definitely. It's always great to go 4-0-1, but I'm just really hoping that I can keep the good times rolling for the listeners, the viewers. It's a difficult round of fixtures in the Champions League, definitely, but I've picked out the 4 games that I think have the best chance of success.
All right, I love that word success. So let's jump right into it. Our first game that we're looking at today, Porto taking on Liverpool. This game is Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Now, Liverpool's a minus 133 favorite. Porto comes back at plus 380. The draw is plus 285, and the total over 2.5 is minus 145. What bet do you like in this game?
I'm going to have to go with the away team in this one, Coach, Liverpool. My reasoning is that both Porto's central defenders are going to be injured for this game. Sorry, Pepe's injured and Chancellor Mbembe suspended. He got sent off at the end of their game against Atletico Madrid.
That's right.
So when you're missing your 2 starting central defenders, that doesn't bode well for the visit of a Liverpool team featuring the likes of Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, Diogo Jota. They're an absolute force of nature in attack, and I think they can exploit those defensive weaknesses that I've just laid out for Porto. So I'm going to have to go for an away win for Liverpool. If you want to push it a bit, perhaps you could go for Liverpool to win and 2 or more goals in the match, or Liverpool and under 4.5 goals for a bit more value. But I do just like a straight Liverpool win in this game.
Hey, so do I. I like a straight Liverpool win, too. By the way, you mentioned we always talk about information and entertainment. Having that nugget about the central defenders, certainly communication could be an issue. And when that happens and you don't communicate in the back, that can lead to some open nets, open guys, open everything. I love that Liverpool to win bet. All right, let's move on to game number 2, Martin. PSG against Man City. Now, Man City just hung 6 goals their last time, and I love their offense. I love what they're about. But do you love what they're about? What do you like in this game?
I do love what they're about, Coach, and they picked up a real morale-boosting win against Chelsea at the weekend, 1-0 against the European champions. I think that will do wonders for their confidence. As you say, they put 6 goals past RB Leipzig, beat Arsenal 5-0, they beat Norwich 5-0. They're on fire in attack. And this is the team that beat PSG 4-1 on aggregate last season, not so long ago in the semi-finals of the Champions League. They won 2-1 in Paris and 2-0 in Manchester. Not much has changed in the Man City team since then. They've signed Jack Grealish. He's playing very well. A lot has changed for PSG. They signed Messi. They signed Achraf Hakimi. They signed Jorginho Wijnaldum, Donnarumma. They signed all sorts of Sergio Ramos in the summer. But they haven't quite gelled into an effective unit yet, this PSG team. And that was evidenced in their 1-1 draw against Club Brugge in the last round. I don't know how many of those new players are going to be fit to start in this game. Messi's been out injured. He might be back, but Ramos is definitely out. So I think it's going to be a pretty similar team to the one that lost against Man City last season. So I'm very much leaning towards Man City in this game. I'd be happy to go for Man City to win it outright, but just to be a bit more cautious, Manchester City draw no bet at -143 does look very appealing to me.
And for those of you who are brand new to soccer betting and you're joining us for the very first time, what that means is instead of the three-way at the top, you go two-way where draw is no bet. The numbers change a little bit, but a draw does not cost you money. It would be a pushing to get your money back. That's what he means by being a little bit more cautious. All right, let's move on to game number 3. Juventus taking on that Chelsea team that you talked about. Now, here are the numbers. Chelsea, a -103 favorite. Juventus, +295. The draw comes in at +245. And the total is set at 2.5 goals. The under is the favorite there, -145. What do you like in this game?
Yeah, under does come in a lot when Chelsea play, especially in the Champions League, because they've just got such a solid defence. They often win 1-0, 2-0. It worked wonders for them last season. They got the better of Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and Man City in the final and won the Champions League. So I think they can go to Turin and get a win this week. Juventus haven't looked convincing in the opening weeks of the season. They've got a pretty poor record in Serie A. And they're missing their 2 strikers. Paulo Dybala and Alvaro Morata are both injured. So I'm not sure where the goals are going to come from in this Juventus team. They've got some good forwards in the likes of Chiesa and Kulusevski, but they're more wingers. They won't have a focal point in attack, which doesn't augur well against the very well-drilled Chelsea defence. I think Chelsea are missing a couple of players too, but they should have just about enough firepower, I think, to go to Juventus and get a famous away win.
Yeah, famous. And I love the number. Anytime you can only lay 3 cents on the dollar, that's a really good value for a really good team, especially when you dive deeper like you have just done. All right, 3 down, 1 to go. Let's go to Wolfsburg and Sevilla. I'm learning. Sevilla. This is Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. By the way, the first 2 games, Tuesday. The last 2 games we're giving out are on Wednesday. Now, here are the numbers. Sevilla is a +160 favorite. It's very even. Wolfsburg is +185. The draw comes back at +215. The total is set at 2.5. And again, the under is the favorite there at -130. What do you like in this game?
Yeah, well, you said it was a 4-0-1 last time around, and the 1 at the end was a push on the Wolfsburg game. I had them draw no bet against Lille. They had a man sent off, but they managed to hold on for a 0-0 draw. So I was pleased with that, but I'm actually going to oppose Wolfsburg this time around. They did make a very strong start to the season in Germany, but they lost 3-1 against Hoffenheim at the weekend, and Hoffenheim have not been good this season. They were winless in their previous 5 games. So I think that's a damaging defeat for Wolfsburg. Whereas Sevilla, they remain unbeaten this season. They're hovering near the top of the La Liga table, 4 wins and 2 draws from 6 games so far. Yes, they're going to be missing their star striker, Youssef En-Nesyri, because he was sent off in the last game against Salzburg. But I still think they've got a lot of firepower in their team, a lot of quality in midfield, and I think they could just be too strong for Wolfsburg in this game. So I've got Sevilla draw no bet this time at -120.
I just realized that my new favorite team, because of how you say it, is now off. Say Hoffenheim again for me, please.
Hoffenheim.
Oh, my God. I want to be you when I grow up. All right. We're up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of the jeweler, and it looks glorious. Now, these are straight from the man's mouth. We're going to go Liverpool to beat Porto, -133. Man City, draw no bet against PSG, -143. Then Chelsea to beat Juventus, -103. And then Sevilla, draw no bet against the Wolfsburg, -120. Martin, I am prepared to meet you, sir, at only one place. So I've got one thing left to do, my man. One thing left to do. You got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Champions League tickets straight, you know where, to the pay window. For my main man, Martin Green, for the jeweler, I am the coach. Remember, it doesn't matter the sport, the league, the continent, wherever. We've got you covered right here on the Early Edge. Good luck. Do you want best bets in your feed every single day? All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Early Edge.